Namaste, this is Bishnu from Nepal. Um, I'm happy that I'm with you today to share my personal story. And I grew up in a small village in the western part of Nepal, and I was among the 10, 10 children in the family, and it's been wonderful life to grow in that circumstances and learn and be able to come to a level where I can be able to pay back what I have received in my life. I born in 16 January 1965. It's been quite a time. You can see my gray hairs and all that. I have three children and my wife. Now my nuclear family lives in Kathmandu, but originally I grew up in Oklepani, a small village out in the mountain in Lamjung. I walked 1.5 hours to my school. Um, in English, you have a saying that both way um, going going up. That's not true. One way kind of climbing down, but it was a good experience for me growing up. That it was extremely difficult. I know that, but it's wonderful that I had those growing moments in my life. Um, Now I can understand that is the reason why I put a lot of effort in education. Uh, Particularly, education in my life made a difference. I completed my lower secondary level education from Lamjung, and our financial situation was so difficult that my dad said, enough is enough, let's not go to school anymore. You need to help in my farm. A farm meaning we had a couple of terraces to cultivate. So I stayed home, and fortunately, opportunities came in my life, and I got a scholarship to go to a Christian school in Pokhara, and I'm so grateful that whoever donated that scholarship for my education for 3 years. I wish I know him or her and give thanks and show them that what I became because of their effort, but I don't know who they are. So, anyways, this opportunity has lifted me up. Um, I met many good people in the school. Um, many many of my friends were from a prosperous families, and I learned from their dreams and what they thought about life and everything else. So that particular school and opportunity um, gave me the future. Everything that I am today, I think that's the foundation laid there. After that, I came to Kathmandu and struggled again for another 2 years, and we were 400 of us in a college, and there were 7 scholarships available to go to Russia for um, civil engineering degree, and I happened to be among the 7 out of 400, and I spent 5 years of my life learning and seeing around the Europe and everything else. That widened my horizon of how things can be done and what is life and all that. And I also indebted to the Russian people who donated that scholarship. And After that, I came back to Nepal, worked for the Nepalese government for a couple of years, and happened to somehow connected to choice. Actually, there is a great story how it happened. I volunteered to do a water project in my village as my mother was carrying water on her back from a half an hour distance. Even after becoming a civil engineer, I went back and thought that, this is not good. I know how to change this environment, and I have to do it. So the first project I did was with LDS Charities. They helped us build a small water system in my village. I directed and designed and did everything else. So after that, the couple who were there, they came back and wrote a story about how that water project went on. And they wrote a little bit about me. So someone from the Choice read, and they contacted me back there, and they came over to see me, and then that's how my relationship with Choice started in 1999. I volunteered first part of my connection and effort with Choice. I wanted to do that so badly because it gave me opportunity to realize my dream of helping others. As I had my full-time job, I was fine volunteering. Choice paid me for my travel allowances and things, and not the salary, but that was sufficient for me. And I was happy going around and doing projects and managing expeditions and all that. In 2005, when the Maoist revolution in Nepal kind of got to a level that things looked pretty scary for many, those who wanted to do good. And I thought this is the time I should find a window in my life window of time to go to a further education. I was always hungered after education. I had a dream to complete my PhD degree. So I came over to United States in Monterey, went there for 2 years. I was thinking of leading to PhD after that, but I thought, when I talked to a professor there, he said, what do you think that this education is going to give you? And I thought about it, pondered about it, and then, okay, I think it's enough for now. It's time to deliver, time to work and deliver. So with civil engineering degree and then American degree, I had ample of opportunities here to continue my life. But my upbringing and my life in the villages and the country, it's always been with me. And I thought, it's time to give back rather than think about myself. So, though it was not an easy decision, many of those who knew me said, you are stupid to come back. This country is going to go nowhere. And it's a very confusing time. So I went back, and fortunately things have settled down, and I've been able to help and do good things in my capacity. And after 2007, I'm full-time with Choice. And we grew up tremendously, maybe 5 times after 2007. We were doing great things, Nepal Life Program and other thing. And In the meantime, the earthquake hit Nepal, and our priorities are little different than what we started with, but we have a core values and the core principle of choice to create self-developing communities. Even doing our projects of rebuilding and reconstruction, we always remember those values and stand on those values and try to incorporate them even in rebuilding. And it's been wonderful that this 15 years of journey with choice. There are financial crunches, there are other deficits and other things, but sometimes I realize that it's a conviction that I have as a team member in Nepal and others in 7 of our countries, that the conviction leads to the result. Sometimes you may have money, ton of money, and still cannot accomplish what you want to do. So first thing is conviction, and resources are vitally important to get that conviction to the result. And I'm so thankful that many people started learning about choice and participating in this process. As I always say, that we are not perfect, and I am not perfect, but we try genuinely to find solution to our social problems, the problem of extreme poverty and other thing. And it's not a job for me, though I draw salary and my bread and butter and dal bhat comes from my salary. My children go to school and I pay out of my salary, but it's not a job for me, because I decided to do it because I wanted to do it. So it's a different, when you have a job that you really want to do it, it's great. Thank you.